Yo, I changed my mind. I don't want to be independent anymore. I don't want to do this. I am now accepting applications for a man who wants to pay me $5,000 a month and then never speak to me. Pay all of my bills and then just go away, please. Ooh, tell me why I just had to pay $400 to replace 2 tires. $400 that I don't have. Serious inquiries for a man who wants to pay all my bills, please inquire within. I don't want to do this anymore.
I need my nails done. Babe, I got you. How much is it? Can we bring back, please, men from the 1950s come back to life? Okay? Because the men right now don't want to be useful. They just want to give you eggplant. I don't need eggplant. Okay? Men are overestimating the demand for eggplant. The demand is low. The supply is high. Okay? Nobody wants your eggplant. Be useful. Pay a bill or two. Supply is too high. Why is your eggplant different? Okay? Supply is high. Demand is low. Okay? Bring back useful men. Okay, men that understand that they have to spend some money. Get rid of these cheap men.
These women think that all men should simp. No, that's not what you're really attracted to. And if you really wanted men to simp, you need to talk to all the other women who ruin it for all of you guys, because simping doesn't get you anywhere as a dude. See, simping leads a woman to playing games with you, or she'll see you as long-term material. But here's where the lines get blurred. See, men want a return on their investment. Men want to do things for a woman, and yes, they want to get physical. They want to get closer to her. See, this shoots you in the foot. You're gonna have to pick a side. I tell guys all the time, you're thinking women aren't like that. Okay, so then why do you get mad when you don't get anything for what you're doing? Let's keep it 100. You want to get physical with the woman. You want to be close to her. Guys want sex. But see, when you do all this simp stuff, women see you as a boyfriend. And how they want it to go is the right way. With the guy that they have high sexual attraction for, they just want to get it over with because they don't know if they're going to meet a guy that they find this sexy anytime in the near future. But a guy that's consistent with them, they have all these guys in the background. That's the reason why men stop simping too. Because when you do simp, all it does is make a woman start playing games with you. But see, if you're looking for a girlfriend, this shouldn't be a bad thing. But at the end of the day, it's a bad thing because you know you want to get physical. And see, women, when they see you as boyfriend material, they let another dude hit for less. And guys don't understand. When I'm saying pay attention to the actions of them when they're younger, this is still going to be your wife or your girlfriend in the future. Ain't nothing changed about it. She is who she is. Let's roll a clip of your average American young woman.
I recently met this trying to be TikTok influencer for thirst traps, and he's very good looking. And he had me over at his place, and we knew what was going to happen when I came over there. Okay, we were both on the same page, and so we had a good time. We had some fun together, and afterwards, this man gets up and gets himself something to drink. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm kind of thirsty too. And never in my life have I had a man not offer me something to drink. But so he chugs this glass of some sort of soda, sets it down. And then I was all like, hey, do you have anything I could have to drink? And he was all like, points to the same glass that he just drank out of. And there's this much left of there. His backwash. He's all like, you have the rest of that. I just stared at him, and then he goes, do you want something different? I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, what do you have? Dr. Pepper, my water broke. Okay, so he fills up that same glass of Dr. Pepper and gives it to me. All right, whatever, drink it, it's fine. Twice, I mentioned on the way going to see this man that I was feeling hungry. Twice while I'm over there, this man gets up to make himself something to eat, and never once offered me anything. Then, at the end of the night, I had gone over there wearing a tight crop top. There we go. And that's not very comfortable. Oh my gosh, that's not very comfortable to sleep in. So I asked him if he has a t-shirt that I could wear. And what does he do? He hands me the same shirt that he wore to work that day. Wouldn't have been a problem, except for it was soaking wet with his sweat because his car's AC is broken. And I put it on at first not realizing, and then as soon as it's like on my body, I'm like, oh, like this is full of your sweat. Wow, I can still feel it on there. And he just laughs. He goes, yeah. Never gave me a different shirt.
And now they try to tell you that their type is a provider and a protector and whatever it means to them and blah, 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 blah. All right, but what you guys need to understand is their type is who they're attracted to sexually. Don't let them confuse you like you need to kick down these doors to be with them, because that ain't the truth. You know, this happens in their later years. See, their type is who they're sexually attracted to. They can fight it all they want. They can fight it all they want, no matter how they want to repackage it. Let's just get into the clip and talk about it.
I am 30 and single, and I am in this phase of my life where I'm no longer going for my type. I feel like we've all adopted our type as a defense mechanism and not allowing for other people to enter our orbit and date people that we wouldn't normally date. And I've been thinking a lot about the unhealthy habits that I have adopted with dating, and I realize that it is a red flag if I ever find myself trying to impress men on a date. Like if I'm ever trying to impress them with my knowledge about basketball, or if I'm trying to impress them with my tech career journey, or just talk about my accomplishments that I've had in my life, it should be a sign that I should run for the hills, because someone should be impressed with me that I am authentically myself and being myself, and they should just be impressed with who I am, not because I know some Kobe Bryant statistics or that I've worked in tech. So next time you're on a date, finding yourself trying to impress someone or just impress someone with witty banter, give yourself a second to check in and figure out whether you actually like this person or this is just your ego needing some validation.
See, now she's 30 and single. Now she'll give you a chance. But at the same time, she's fighting with herself. She doesn't want to have to impress someone. But you were willing to impress the other dude that you were sexually attracted to in your younger years. And this is all cap anyway, because if she's attracted to this dude, if she has a high level of attraction to a guy, she's still going to try to impress him. I tell you guys, they can say everything that they want to say, but at the end of the day, their actions dictate everything. Why do you have to wait until 30 years old to realize that going for your type is bad for you? So what's your type of guy? Isn't a provider safe, attentive, loving, chivalrous, caring? So who's your type? Once again, guys, this is why they don't like intelligent men, because intelligent men can slow it down to make it actually make sense rather than believing the mumbo jumbo. And they think that men that won't simp are broke. I love this. I love this. And you should love this too, because there's a lot of guys out there that make adequate money. You know, they're always talking about this high value man, this 6-figure dude, 7-figure dude. Guys make terrific money. If we're going to be honest about it, any guy that lives his life and doesn't want for anything and has money to save at the end of the month, knows how to invest, this guy is in a position where he's not losing, he's winning. If anything, bringing a knucklehead into his life would cause him to go under and he would lose. But you're broke if you don't want to simp for them. But the reason why they want you to simp for them is because behind the curtains, they're actually broke. They always try to mask it with, you know, why would I deal with him if I already do everything for myself and I know what I can bring to the table? So, you know, I already go 100%. So why would I need a guy to come in here and do 50? It doesn't make any sense. You literally, it feels like you're becoming dumb when you start to listen to this stuff for too long, because it doesn't make sense. You're actually trying to help them, trying to rationalize it like, you know, maybe she has a point. And it's like, nah, it just, no. So you're broke if you won't simp for them. Roll the clip.
Okay, so y'all, I just recently started back dating like 6 months ago. And one thing that I've noticed after taking like a 2-year break from sex and dating and men is that now that I'm coming back, a lot of men like to plan low effort dates because they want to test you and make sure that you're not using them for money, which I think is so strange because they don't even really be having no money, or we got the same amount of money. So it's like, I don't know. But like, I've had somebody say, oh, let's go for a walk. Why the fuck would I want to go for a walk with a man as a first date? Or, oh, let's do a gym date as a first date. Why would I want to be in the gym with a man for the first date. I just don't get how we gonna get to know each other, because I really be focusing. I really don't want to talk when I'm in the gym. So it's just kind of like, what's going on? I feel like the first date sets the tone for like the amount of energy that you are willing to put into me. Now, I ain't saying you got to do an expensive date, but I feel like a well thought out planned date, like, oh, let's do bowling and dinner. Something simple, but something thoughtful, and something like that shows that you actually want to get to know me. But because money is such a big topic, I feel like a lot of men are just trying to test women, and that's why I think the dating scene is just bad right now. But I could be tripping. What y'all think?
This is why I tell you guys, do not tell them about your finances. Never talk to them about your finances. You can tell them what you do for work. Like, you go on a first date, and, you know, a lot of times you don't even talk about this stuff. If the chick is really interested in you, you'll talk about it later on. But let's say it comes up. You can say what you do. Let her go try to figure that out, because that's what they do anyway. This is the game, right? They try to look up your job title and see how much you make. It's crazy. It's crazy work. So don't tell them how much you make. Don't tell them anything about finances. Let them think you're broke, you're less than, or they could think you're well off and maybe you're not, depending on what car you drive or how you drive. I don't care about anything, bro. Don't tell them anything. And another thing that's funny is they have a price tag on them. It's disrespectful if you won't simp for them, but at the same time, if you ask them how much an hour, it's still disrespectful. Well, what's the problem here? You're just going about it in the legal way. The way you talk, the way you guys act, give guys attitude if they don't want to Cash App you, Venmo you money. What? See, that's disrespectful for you to actually even think that a guy will entertain. A guy of value is not entertaining any of that. Men refuse to simp. They're frustrated out here.